Hello Hogs. Acuff named SEC Player of the Week, wins his 8th SEC Weekly Award. This guy has been a phenomenon in Arkansas. Let's see a little more about our Arkansas guy. First, subscribe to the channel to receive more news. What Darius Acuff is building this season for Arkansas is not just a series of good performances. It's a statistical chapter that is beginning to enter historical territory within the Southeastern Conference. The confirmation of another SEC Player of the Week award, the 8th of his career, consolidates something that has been becoming evident with each round. The Hogs have an athlete who is redefining internal standards and raising the competitive ceiling of the program under the command of John Calipari. The week that sealed the award was symptomatic of what he represents. Averages of 34.5 points, 5.0 assists, and 4.5 rebounds against two formidable opponents, including a nationally ranked top 25 Alabama team and a conference-competitive Missouri team, aren't just flashy numbers. They're numbers produced under real pressure, against defenses tuned to stop him. Even so, Acuff found space, controlled the pace, and imposed his efficiency. Perhaps the most impactful statistic is the historical context. 8 SEC Weekly Awards make him the first player in league history to achieve this feat. It's not just about consistency, it's recurring dominance in one of the most physical and demanding conferences in college basketball. He had already been named Rookie of the Week 7 times, and now joins names like Courtney Fortson and Isaiah Joe as the only Arkansas freshman to win the SEC's Top Player of the Week award. The company is selective. The level even more so. But Acuff's impact isn't limited to the symbolism of the awards. He took the overall lead in the SEC in scoring, averaging 22.19 points per game, and maintains the lead in assists, with 6.19. Nationally, there's a statistic that amplifies the season's significance. He's the only NCAA player to average at least 20 points and 6 assists. This isn't a statistical coincidence. It's the portrait of a point guard who balances volume and efficiency, aggressiveness and reading of the game. The historical comparison that's beginning to emerge involves Pete Maravich, an LSU icon, who in 1969-70 led the SEC in points and assists in the same season. Since then, no one has repeated the feat. Acuff is on track for that possibility, something that, if confirmed at the end of the season, would place his name on an extremely select shelf. The advanced numbers reinforce the argument. He leads the SEC in assist-to-errors ratio, 3.21. A clear indicator of control and decision-making. He's not just an explosive scorer, he's an efficient playmaker. He ranks 4th in field goal percentage, 50.5%, 7th in three-pointers made, 2.48 per game, and maintains an 80% free throw percentage. Technically, he doesn't meet the NCAA minimum for three-pointers per game, but if he did, he would be practically at the top of the conference in efficiency, surpassing almost all perimeter specialists. When the focus is exclusively on SEC games, the scenario becomes even more impressive. Acuff leads the league in points, 25.36, and assists, 6.21, within his own conference, something that, since detailed records began in 1990-91, no player has managed to do simultaneously. He also leads in three-point efficiency in SEC games, 43.9%, ranks among the top 3 in overall shooting efficiency, and maintains a high assist-to-turnover ratio. In other words, he improves when the level increases. For Arkansas, this represents much more than individual statistics. With Cal, the Hogs have been structuring a model that values quick decision-making, spacing, and dynamic reading of possessions. Acuff is the central cog in this system. He scores in transition, creates in the pick and roll, punishes collapsing defenses, and finds open teammates naturally. His evolution has allowed Arkansas to maintain offensive fluidity even against the most physical defenses in the conference. There is also a psychological component. When a player leads the league simultaneously in creation and finishing, the opponent is forced to choose which risk to take. Doubling up means opening up space. Man-to-man marking means accepting the duel. Few have managed to win this equation against him. What we see on the court is competitive maturity. There is no unnecessary haste, no empty volume. There is control. There is efficiency. There is real impact on the scoreboard. Arkansas directly benefits from this stability. In close games, the ball finds the right hands. Comment.